Let's talk about all these twin flame couples that you see on YouTube where it's, hi, I'm Divine Feminine.
Hi, I'm Divine Masculine. We are twin flames. I'm Divine Masculine and I'm here to tell you about it.
I'm Divine Feminine and I'm here to tell you about it. We did our healing and we worked the shit out and we're together now. We love each other very much. Right? And you're looking at them and you're going, Are they really twin flames? Let's be honest here. Anybody can say anything they want to say on the internet, guys. If you see two people on YouTube who claim to be twin flames, how could you tell? How could you tell? What does everybody say about twin flames? And I mean everybody says it. It's like, why do we have the term twin flame at all? What is the definition of that? Well, it's two bodies, one soul. You are the same soul, right? That is why we invented the term twin flame. That's what that is, right? Okay. Interesting. Everybody's got different ideas about how to tell if it's your twin flame. And they got some fucking crazy ones too, man. How to tell if it's your twin flame. How to get your twin flame to stop running away from you. Right? Everybody's giving you all this different advice about what to do, but everybody agrees about what a twin flame is. How can that be? Think about this for a second. If we all agree what a twin flame is, the same soul, right? What's the problem? Like why are there like a million different ideas about what to do and how to tell if it's your twin flame? Okay, I'm going to make this really simple for you. A couple of things. First, in case you're new here, I'll tell you real quick who I am. Second, I'm going to give you a really straightforward, distilled, easy to understand way to tell what a twin flame, like if you met your twin flame, right? If somebody you're watching on YouTube is really somebody that met their twin flame. Okay. I'll give you a super easy way to explain it. First, who am I? I'm Kurt. I'm the world's #1 twin flame coach. I've coached over 7,000 twin flames. I've helped thousands of people be with their twin flame. I am with my twin flame. You don't just meet somebody and have kundalini and become psychic and have a big spiritual awakening as a result of it. So how do you know it's your twin flame? Well, I've made lots of videos about that, but if you haven't not had Kundalini yet, or the big spiritual awakening, just give it some time. If you really met your twin flame, you will. I'll give you some resources, because there's other things that could be going on right now. You could still be in the dark night of the soul, feeling really desperate, right? So if that's where you're at, I've got something for that too. So we'll come back to that before this video is over. But what I'm telling you is it's really not hard to tell, because here's the thing, guys. So let's talk about now the nuts and bolts part that I said I was going to talk about. Like, how can you tell? So body, mind, soul, right? Everybody knows that. Body, mind, soul. Everybody, the definition of a twin flame is you're the same soul. It's the same soul, right? Okay, you and this person. What's interesting is most of the people on the internet, even if they really met their twin flame, they're telling you to do a bunch of mental stuff, like healing, which healing is fine, but it is mental stuff. It is psychology, like rearranging the contents of your mind, working with your emotions, doing something with your emotions, thinking different thoughts, feeling different emotions. It's psychology, right? That's the mind. How is doing some stuff with your mind going to help you become more of a soul? And that's how I ended up here. I am the world's #1 twin flame coach, over 7,000 students, and it's because my message is radically different from what everybody else is telling you. Everybody else is telling you to do a bunch of mental stuff. But your twin flame isn't your mind. Your twin flame is your soul. And as a matter of fact, at the level of the mind, you are polarized with your twin flame, right? Like yin and yang, right? There is a metaphysical reason that your twin flame runs. All right? It's the twin flame push-pull. I'm sure you've heard of that, right? If you focus on your twin flame mentally, emotionally, or metaphysically, they focus on anything but you. You focus on them, they don't focus on you. Mentally, emotionally, or metaphysically, it's the twin flame push-pull. And, it's one of the basic laws of the universe, right? Duality, they call it in spiritualism. That's the yin and yang. So push-pull, duality, right? Hot, cold, this, that, positive, negative. So science has a word for it too. They call it relativity, right? So it's really just the second law of thermodynamics. That's why your twin flame is running. There's not a psychological reason for it. The first law of thermodynamics you may have heard of, it's called energy cannot be created or destroyed. That's the first law of thermodynamics. This is the second law of thermodynamics, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to apply to heat. It's just energy systems is what this is talking about. Positive always flows to negative, right? And the mind is duality. That's what spiritual teachers are talking about when they say that the mind is duality. It's push-pull, it's yin-yang, it's I like it, I don't like it. It's good, it's bad. It feels good, it feels bad, right? Positive, negative emotions, right? That's the mind. That's why your twin flame is running, is because you're approaching this through the mind. What I coach my students to do is approach it through the soul, which is not duality. It's not emotion, it's not thought, it's consciousness. It's beyond mind. And you don't think your way there. In fact, thinking is the whole thing that's stopping you. So healing, which is a psychology, it's not actually spiritual, it's psychology. And I'm not saying that's bad, that's what that is, right? It's psychology, it's the mind. You're like thinking about thinking. That's psychology, right? You're thinking about thinking. But genuine spiritualism is going to tell you that thinking is kind of the whole problem. You need to actually stop believing that you are a thinker. This is why I have all of my students start by reading this book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. If you want to get your twin flame back, if you want them to come back, you got to start with this, guys. Not healing. That's not spiritual. That's psychology. And again, I'm not even saying that's bad. It just doesn't help you here. It doesn't help you with your twin flame, okay? Thinking is the whole problem. The name of the first chapter of this book is called You Are Not Your Mind. Right, so we're talking about twin flame couples. So stay with me here. You are not your mind. Eckhart Tolle, the modern day Buddha. And this is the same message that it's always been, guys, from all the great spiritual masters, Buddha, Jesus, Hare Krishna, Yogananda, Ram Dass, Alan Watts, Rupert Spira, Eckhart Tolle, all of them, all of them, Adishanti, right? All the great spiritual masters, right? No thinking is required at all, okay? You just are the consciousness, which is aware of thinking, okay? You are consciousness. Beyond the mind, you're a soul, right? Well, what is that? What is beyond the mind? Consciousness. That's spiritual, guys. That's spiritualism. That's your soul. That's your twin flame. Now, these so-called twin flame couples on YouTube, how can you tell if they are actually twin flames? Well, first of all, your twin flame, so-called divine masculine, it doesn't really work on gender. It's energy. But masculine, feminine, I understand how those labels are in use because it's talking about duality. Masculine, feminine, light, dark, positive, negative, right? Okay. So when your twin flame is with you permanently, they might not even know that you're twin flames. They don't need to. Guys, I've got thousands of students that are with their twin flame. There's a bunch of people that even agreed to show up on my YouTube channel, give up some of their privacy and show up on my YouTube channel. You can go to my Twin Flame Success Stories playlist and see those interviews. They're with their twin flame. I'm with my twin flame, right? And what it's like to be with your twin flame is like inner peace. It's spiritual. It's not emotional. Emotion is why they're running. Okay, so if you see these two people on YouTube and they have an emotional connection, they are soulmates, guys. And this is one of the biggest problems in the so-called twin flame community, which is like people who just want to be one of the cool kids. Okay, it's like hip and trendy now. It's like a fad to be a twin flame. It's like, hey, everybody, look at me. I'm cool now. Don't you think I'm popular now? I met my twin flame. We're twin flames. I'm fucking cool now. I'm badass, and I can be one of the popular cool kids now. And you're looking at them going, that's not anything like what I'm experiencing. The obsessive thinking, the sleepless nights, the desperation, the hopelessness. Again, the obsessive thinking, oh my fucking God, is that weird? The obsessive thinking is so intense that it's like it's happening to you. You can't turn it off. So again, how can you tell if who you're looking at on YouTube is really somebody that met their twin flame? So here we have, I shouldn't have given it away. Here, let me mix them up. Mix them up. Okay. So one of these is magnesium and the other one is aluminum. Or if you live in Europe, aluminium. I know that's how you guys say it, aluminium. So one of them is aluminum and one of them is magnesium. Which one is aluminum? Which one is magnesium? We don't know. You can't tell just by looking. And when you see people on YouTube, this twin flame couple, well, they say that they're twin flames. So I guess we're just going to believe them. How could you tell? Remember, twin flames are the same soul. When you are with your twin flame, it's spiritual, not emotional. It's agape, not eros, right? So love, that word has different meanings, okay? Eros is the emotional, passionate type of love. That's like soulmates, okay? And that's great. That's just not what the soul is. The soul is beyond the duality of mind. It's beyond that yin and yang, okay? It's the oneness, the soul. It's the oneness, the singularity, the I am. It's not duality, the soul, okay? Again, this is not debated by all the great spiritual masters. Also, you can try it out for yourself. You sign up for my program, you learn to meditate, whatever, right? People, when they start meditating, they feel that. They feel that inner oneness, okay? And it's beyond concept. It's like you can't even explain it because an explanation is a thought. And what it is that you're experiencing, it's called agape, right? So the other type of love, it's called agape. It's not externally focused. Eros type love is externally focused. You feel love for someone or something. Agape is just inner peace. It's just oneness. You don't really feel agape for someone or something. It's just stillness, okay? It's consciousness. It's your true nature as a soul beyond the mind, right? So how could you tell? How could you tell which one of these is a twin flame or not? Because they look the same and they're both going, hi, we're twin flames. Well, you can tell because these people on YouTube who call themselves twin flames, they have a very beautiful emotional connection. That's not twin flames, guys. That's not what that is, and it never was. These are wonderful people. I call them the helpful handymen. Very nice people. I once hired a handyman who was a really super nice guy. He really just wanted to help. That's really what he wanted to do. He really meant to do a good job, but he was just confused and he didn't know how to like fix my house properly. And he like actually started breaking stuff and I had to send him away, you know. And I felt kind of bad because he really meant to do a good job, but he was confused and he didn't know what he was doing, you know. So I call the twin flame couples, I call them the helpful handymen. Nice people, except for the two people on Netflix, whose name I will not use. And I just made a video about that last week, if you would care to go check that out. You know, the most of the people on YouTube who call themselves twin flames. They're great. They're nice people. They really want to help. They're sincere, but they're just confused, guys. They think they are aluminum when actually they are magnesium, right? But there's properties. These two metals, magnesium and aluminum, have properties. There's other things other than the appearance that you can look at, okay? Just because somebody says they are twin flames doesn't mean they are. So how could you tell beyond an appearance? Well, with a metal, you can measure the volume and measure the weight, and there's a calculation that you can do to tell which one is which, right? So some of you might remember from, like high school chemistry, how to do that using, I think it's called the molar mass on the periodic table of elements. There's a way for you to do that. The same is true with twin flames, guys. So when you are in a permanent monogamous relationship with your twin flame, it's not emotional. It's not eros love. It's agape love, which again is not outwardly focused. Because if you were outwardly focused on your twin flame, they run away. Remember, that's the twin flame push-pull. And by the way, go check out my twin flame science playlist. If you want a deeper explanation about what twin flames really are, your twin flame is really just one of your past lives. Go check that out. Your twin flame is really one of your past lives. There's also, so that's Twin Flame Science is the name of that playlist. There's also another playlist on my YouTube channel called The True Twin Flame Teachings, where I even show you, for example, there's a video on there talking about, I'll link it down below for you even. It's called Twin Flames, Separation Consciousness, Unity Consciousness, and Detaching. So it's a video talking about why we are using these terminologies, separation, union, and detaching. It turns out those are not twin flame terms, actually. Twin flames borrowed those words, I would assume mid-20th century. Those words come from the Zen teachings. Separation and union are states of consciousness. Separation being the mind. Separation is the mental perception of reality. Okay? That's this. There's me and there's you. That makes we. And when you project separateness, mental separateness, onto your twin flame, you get separation. If you read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, he talks about this in here. How the mind perceives everything as separate. He's always using that word, but it's a spiritual teaching. It's not really for twin flames, and the same is true with union and detaching. So go check that video out. Again, I'll link it down below for you. There's also another video. I got a whole bunch of free stuff, guys. If you want to get to the bottom of this once and for all. So again, I'm with my twin flame. I've helped thousands of people do it. I got it all worked out, guys. You're in the right place. So there's more free stuff down below in the description. There's a free masterclass that you can watch also, where I explain the difference between twin flames and soulmates. And that's kind of the big mistake that everybody makes about twin flames. And when you're dealing with a soulmate, so two souls, my soul and your soul, and we are mated, soulmates, right? Talking it out, conceptual answers, healing, those things probably actually would work in a lot of cases, right? You could sit down with your soulmate and have a conversation with them and maybe even work it out, right? But with your twin flame, you ever notice, like, the harder you try with them, the harder they run? You notice that? That's that push-pull. And it's metaphysical, guys. It's not psychology. There's not like a conceptual explanation that you need to worry about. It's just energy is why they run, okay? Because they are one of your past lives. Again, go to my Twin Flame Science playlist. I got lots of resources, guys. You could even sign up for my paid coaching. It's not expensive, But anyway, the twin flame couples, again, they're just confused. Nice enough people. I think they're sincere, except for the 2 people on Netflix. But most of the time, they're genuinely, they want to help, but they're just confused, guys. They have a beautiful soulmate connection, but they're not the same soul, okay? They're not the same soul. So this YouTube channel that you are currently on is for real twin flames. And I even have plenty of videos talking about how to figure out if you met your twin flame for sure. There's a really super good one on my True Twin Flame Teachings playlist. So again, go to the playlists menu of my channel. You'll find all these playlists. There's one video on the True Twin Flame Teachings playlist called The Complete Twin Flame Signs. It's long, and you might be looking at that going, oh God, it's so long. Guys, if you really want the answer once and for all, watch that video. I don't care how long it is. Twin flames is not a bumper sticker, guys. You're not just going to watch one quick video and have it all worked out, okay? This is not an elevator pitch. Like, here's like one quick thing that I'm going to tell you, and you're going to go, oh, I get it. You need to sit down, slow down, sit down, watch my long form content. There's a lot of it on YouTube, and learn about this stuff, guys. And you can start with unlearning all of the myths about twin flames. That's kind of the first thing you need to do. And I even have another video on both of my twin flame playlists addressing the twin flame mythology out there. Guys, there is a rational explanation for this, which also complies with the laws of physics. It even, I'll show you, it absolutely complies with physical law. There's nothing woo-woo about my explanation for twin flames, guys. This is a real phenomenon for the same reason that reincarnation is real. So go check out those resources. Thank you very much for watching.